One of the biggest challenges in science education is that you're actually expecting children to learn a whole new language with a whole new dictionary of terms, which they don't really always understand. And some children are learning this in a second or third language, which makes it even more difficult.
The impact of ORT is different because they work with a smaller group from the classes. And like I said, they are able to work more on a one-on-one basis. They're able to do the same thing a little bit differently. So the children get a different perspective and a learning environment.
I'm Nomfazi Kamachada. I work for ORT. I started in 1998 as a cleaner, and then I can proudly say I grew up there.
The target areas are still maths, science, technology, but we've introduced language. And the programs that we offer have been selected particularly because of their impact on language. Our key focus for outreach is to offer kids robotics because it's fun and it's exciting, but also because through robotics, children learn to think sequentially. So it builds reading skills, it builds mathematical skills, and we know now from research both here and overseas that early childhood robotics is a key feature in changing the way children learn to read and write. And what we've come to realize is that through the robotics, one can reach young boys. And it's very hard to reach young boys in a way that grabs their attention, that they can sit at a table without moving, just talking and doing, and they converse with each other. Doesn't matter if they don't speak the same language or they don't come from the same background. It's absolutely irrelevant. The Western Cape Education Department in particular has asked NGOs not to get involved in schools during the daytime because that is the domain of the school and the teachers. So what we're doing is setting up after-school programs. The reading system that we've introduced is a cascading buddy system. So we have students in some cases from universities who sit and read with grade 3 and grade 6 children on a one-to-one basis, building capacity, also introducing the kids to their own ability to teach reading to perhaps younger members of their own family, maybe their younger brother or sister or an older brother or sister, but we're keeping that loop going, so the older students reading to grade 6s reading to grade 3s, and that happens after school. Let's face it, I mean, after school, extra lessons, enrichment, all sorts of things happen in middle class society, suburban society. But the children who live in townships, children who live in disadvantaged rural schools don't get that. What we've offered the teachers on the one hand are short courses on aspects of content where they feel they want more direct intervention. But we've also offered the teachers an opportunity to meet as a professional group. So we get all the maths teachers together from grade 1 to grade 7 in a particular school, so they can talk about the issues in that school, in their classrooms. And we are finding this kind of participation across the grades working really well. We can't forget about the kids coming into school for the very first time into grade R. We started off initially running one module which was life skills, focusing particularly on the science and technology. And again, the issues of reading and writing come up, issues of number come up from principals and grade 1 teachers. is that the children who have been taught by the ORT trained grade R teachers coming into grade 1 along with children from many other centres radically outperform all the other children in their classes.
My dream is net volhoubaarheid. Want hier was nou al mense wat ingekoop het, maar die volhoubaarheid, ons moet nie iets begin wat ons later nie meer gaan implementeer nie.
So there has to be that one common language that links us together. So I think that's technology.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an engineer.
An engineer?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because I'm good at maths and I believe myself. Yeah, I can do it.
I'm Simon Sussman. I'm chairman of the board of ORT SA CAPE, and I work with the board, and we work to help Lydia and her team do this wonderful work that you've heard in this video. I think one of the things that strikes any of us, and myself in particular, is we really do have an education crisis. It's all over the newspapers, it's everywhere. We can't sit back as individual citizens of this country and do nothing. What is so wonderful about ORT SA CAPE, as we call ourselves here, is that we are addressing this problem at a very practical grassroots level.